Keith Allen and For the People, and at forthepeopleshow.com. Hillary Clinton, she's kind of getting her feelings a little ruffled. She's not very, very happy about the investigation going on, and she says basically she's warning of a dictatorship. She said this is not good. She's slamming what she described as the polarization of the Justice Department after reports that the Trump administration was considering a special counsel to probe the Uranium One deal and alleged conflicts with the Clinton foundation. Oh, my goodness. She would not like that because it may not bode well for her because, oh, my goodness, they might find out it incriminates her. Of course. President Trump has criticized the uranium deal and suggested that Clinton, who served as U.S. Secretary of State in the Obama administration, may be implicated in wrongdoing. But in an interview with Mother Jones, Clinton claimed that the Uranium One story has been debunked a number of times, and that the Trump administration was really merely using the story as a distraction. It's a signal that we're going to, some dictatorship, some authoritarian regime where political opponents are investigated. That rips at the fabric of the contract that we have. We can't have this. Lady, are you kidding me? It rips at the fabric? We can't just have this? Are you kidding me? This is the kind of language and rhetoric that's used and has been used by Hillary Rotten Clinton to protect herself and her cronies because she knows that she's been found out. This is the deer in the headlights approach for Hillary Rotten Clinton. She knows that if this happens and goes forward, that wait, she could actually go down and get dragged through an investigation on national television, which she would absolutely hate. Yeah, she would actually have to give up her book tour. Yeah, exactly. She'd have to, because she feels like a rock star. She thought she was going to be El Presidente, and that didn't happen for her. But now, she was hoping that she could just take a little breath. But there is plenty of information that is out there. I love the book, Peter Schweitzer's book. They included one sensational contention that not long after the Russians said that they wanted to acquire a majority stake in Uranium One, Bill Clinton received $500,000 for his speech in Moscow. The speech was paid for by a Russian investment bank with links to the Kremlin as it promoted Uranium One stock. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's plenty of information out there that will tie the Clintons, the Clinton Foundation, and all of these particular things, but lying through her teeth, described a polarization of the Justice Department. Give me a break. Go to Mother Jones. Go cry and said it's been debunked. There's no debunking. It happened. This is factual information. It's just you haven't been held accounted for this. You've got a skate. You got a skateboard, a hoverboard. You were able to hover right past that thanks to James Comey in part. And God knows, I still say this, what the hell deal did you make with the devil, you and Slick Willie? And what do you know about James Comey for that good man, because I believe that he is, to be able to just allow you to skate? There had to have been something. God, there must have been some skeleton in poor James Comey's closet. He wasn't such a Boy Scout after all. Or did you threaten him and his family like you've done so many other people? You have threatened people your whole career. You've threatened women, the accusers of Bill Clinton, and there were by the dozens and scores of women that Bill Clinton abused. Yeah, abused. And you attacked them and got away with it. How dare you? It was for power. It was for power. That's all they care about is power and plenty of money, and that's all they damn care about. That's it. It's not your country. They could give a darn about the children of the next generation and all these things that they claim that they care about. It's really evident on their behavior who they care about, and it's them. Me, myself, and I, and it's always been that way with the Clintons. Pretty damn sad. And the quicker that Democrats push back from the Clinton dynasty, the better off the party will be moving forward, in my opinion. But I say let the investigation uncover all these particular things, because Peter Schweitzer did a marvelous job at Clinton Cash. We've had him on the show several times. And get the book if you've never seen it. I mean, it's very well done, very well researched. It's not fake information. Nothing's been debunked. Unbelievable. Speaking of hoverboards, several more of hoverboard brands have been recalled after a fire caused by a faulty lazy board destroyed a home and damaged 4 others last month. This is the second fire caused by the brand of hoverboard to take place this year, with the first incident proving to be fatal. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission announced recall of Lazy Board, as well as the Dollar Mania Sonic Smart Wheels, Tech Drift Digital Products iLive Hoverboard, 4-Star Imports Go Wheels, Drone Nerds, and Salvage World earlier this week. The fire incident has prompted the CPSC to embark upon a safety campaign, releasing information related to hoverboard safety and offering various tips to consumers. There's been, folks, 250 reported hoverboard incidences related to fire and overheating. The worst incident took place in March this year when 2 children ages 2 and 10 died in a house fire in Pennsylvania that was caused by a hoverboard. The CPSC has also reported 13 burn injuries, 3 cases of smoke inhalation, more than $4 million in property damage, all caused by hoverboards. According to the report, Chinese manufacturers began releasing cheaper versions, here it goes, folks, of the device, which fell below the required safety standards due to an uptick in demand. In one study by the U.S. Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, it was discovered that batteries featured in at least 80% of the hoverboards tested were not properly certified. And guess where they were made? Made in China. Fair trade, free trade, price for all of this. People want it cheaper, want it made faster. It's killing people. Christmas is coming. Whatever you do, don't get one of these hoverboards for your kids or for yourself. Things will kill, burn. It's unbelievable, but there's the information out on this, and the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission has put out a strong warning. There's the tips. Fires have been prompted to embark on a safety campaign, and you're going to be seeing a lot more of that, but just be warned. Batteries are just not safe with a lot of different devices. They even warn, and I think about this, they do not recommend that you actually plug your phone in overnight. Try to charge it during the day before you go to sleep, because some phones can get too hot and actually start a fire right where that phone is. Some people will put it on the floor, on the carpet, on a piece of furniture, put it on a wooden nightstand, or on the bed. And before it's too late, you wake up and there's flames all around you. This has happened. Batteries do go bad, and there's faulty batteries. I've never had a problem. I don't know about you, but I have felt my iPhone, and it gets pretty darn warm. And it's just something to think about moving forward about charging your devices. with laptops and all that. Same thing with laptops. Just charge it. But when you're sleeping, just make sure that make sure it's charged before you go to bed. Maybe you put it in the sink or in the bathtub or something if it does catch fire, but just don't turn the water on. I don't know. Just take safety precautions and protocols. There's always warnings. If you read any of the electronics, there's always consumer warnings on there. Take those very seriously, and a lot of them will tell you that very, very thing to be careful when charging because overheating can actually happen. A lot of people have pets used for emotional support, and they get licensed. They can take the dog into the restaurant. Maybe some of you do that. Somebody that does. They can go into malls and places like that, and it brings a lot of comfort to a lot of people. But what happens when you bring a smelly pig aboard a plane? Well, that's exactly what happened here. A woman emotional support pig got a little too rowdy for passengers, apparently, on a flight from Connecticut to South Carolina. Rachel Borner was traveling with her emotional companion when things spiraled out of control before the flight ever even took off. Passengers explained that the unruly pig smelled and kept roaming through the cabin. It was so out of control that one passenger ended up tying it to an armrest, but that didn't work either. And then after many complaints about the commotion and the smell, the airline crew finally asked the woman and her pig to leave before takeoff, and everyone probably breathed a sigh of relief after that. However, Pat wasn't buying the whole emotional support thing and said the only way to make a pig emotionally support you is to turn it into bacon and eat it. This is a true story. South Carolina. Emotional support pig. People have them. You can actually get them certified. Yeah, first of all, the pig shouldn't have been wandering up and down. It should have been by her seat, in her seat, with her seat, whatever, but not going up and down the aisles. That, if she couldn't control her pig, then, she definitely needed to be off the plane, and that's what happened. I've never been on a plane with a pig. I've never seen somebody with emotional support pig, but there you go. It's probably a new thing. Yeah, emotional support pigs. There you go. There is a new report with some numbers about diabetes that I came across, and this is alarming when you come to think about it. For 1 in 10 Americans with diabetes, 1 in 10 Americans either have diabetes or will have diabetes. And they say that breaks down to an extra $8,480 annually compared with those who have not been diagnosed with diabetes. They say diabetes costs the U.S. $245.5 billion a year in total health care expenditures and lost productivity, according to a new report that tabulates the financial toll of this metabolic disorder. And the findings were released in a new report, The Cost of Diabetes in the U.S. Economic and Well-Being Impact, compiled as part of the Gallup ShareCare Well-Being, and they are drawn from research by the American Diabetes Association based on information drawn from more than 135,000 reviews. It goes on to say, since 2008, the national adult diabetes rate has risen 1 percentage point, elevating the current cost estimates. And according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, 11.5% of Americans, nearly 29 million, have diabetes. Now, some of the stuff is actual hereditary. However, doctors have said if you get your diet and your weight under control before it's too late, unfortunately, it's too late for so many. There's the point of no return. But exercise and diet can actually greatly reduce it and minimize it. And the other issue for this number is climbing, from what we understand, is for those that do not go see their doctor and they become nerve damaged. and they're in chronic pain and they're on disability because they can't work anymore. Sharp